Hi, my name is Kendra Woodruff, and I'll be talking to you about the strengths and weaknesses of Banco Popular. After 16 years of existence, Banco Popular has weathered many storms. Since its inception in Puerto Rico in 1893, this institution has expanded to many cities and continents around the world. Longevity in business and cross-culture experience has influenced its success and has also facilitated the development of its core strengths while reducing or even eliminating its weaknesses. Banco Popular has prided itself on embracing a very diverse clientele within the North American region to expand on its provision of reliable financial opportunities, specifically through commercial banking, insurance, institution and markets activity, and asset management. The core strengths of this institution are efficient resource management, solvency, strong universal business and banking practices, strong domestic market position, excellence in servicing individuals and small businesses, expansion of expertise in technology, and they've also processed 1 billion transactions in 2008. A few of their weaknesses are their dependence on single segment of business, increase in non-performing loans, and limited investor confidence.
Hi, my name is Diana Ruz, and I will be talking about recent trends in small commercial banking industry. The banking industry has experienced a series of significant transformation in the last 2-3 decades. Among the most important of them is the change in the type of organization that dominate the landscape. Since the 80s, banks have increased the scope and the scale of their activities, and several banks have become very large institutions with a presence in multiple regions of the country. Small banks are on their way to becoming an endangered species. Between 1992 and 2008, the number of U.S. commercial banks after 100 million in assets dramatically shrank, with the number dropping by 5,410 banks, from over 8,000 banks to under 3,000 banks in that size range. The amount of deposits held by these smaller banks also declined. Today, the top 5 banks in the United States have almost 40% of all deposits. As smaller banks go away, small businesses without a lot of competing banks may have tougher time in the future to getting a loan. The main advantage of a community bank over a large bank is if you need a loan. By developing a personal relationship with the local lending officer in a small community bank, as a business owner, you might have a better shot at getting a business loan in favorable terms, especially in borderline situation. Meanwhile, the federal government is paying healthy banks to take on weaker banks under their financial system bailout from 2008. That means this consolidation trend will not only continue, but probably increase, and small and mid-sized banks may disappear faster than ever before. As a result of recession, Banco Popular has stopped financing equipment leases and making non-conventional mortgages, business loans to professionals, and loans to apartment buildings owners and mixed-use commercial property owners, according to its quarterly filing. The bank also has downsized operations, making business and small business loans as well as consumer mortgages. Banco Popular also developed a restructuring plan which is designed to save 50 million annually. The North America unit reported a net loss of 213.5 million in the first quarter as it set aside reserves to cover losses. Banco Popular eliminated roughly 640 jobs in North America in the past year, and the Chicago area cuts amounted to 14% of that total. Investors Bancorp, the holding company for Investors Saving Bank, has completed the acquisition of 6 New Jersey bank branches and approximately 227 million of deposits from Banco Popular. The company did not purchase any loans as part of the transaction. Also, Prosperity Bank, the subsidiary of Prosperity Bankshare Incorporation, completed the previously announced acquisition of 6 Houston branches of Banco Popular on January 10, 2008. Prosperity Bank paid a premium of 10.10% for approximately $125 million in deposits, as well as purchased certain loans and other assets attributable to the branches. Prosperity decided to retain all branch-based employees of the branches. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Juan Arana and I will speak about the financial position of Banco Popular. As of the third quarter of 2009, Banco Popular has already written off a majority of their bad loans as well as taking steps to become well capitalized to meet government standards. On August 25, 2009, BPNA made an exchange offer of preferred stock for common stock. This resulted in a $1.4 billion Tier 1 capital, which is now regarded as the core measure of financial security by bank regulators and financial investors. After enduring one of the hardest recessions the banking industry has seen in many years, BPNA, Banco Popular, has managed to stay afloat while seeing some of their biggest rivals go down. By this I mean Washington Mutual on the small business loans. Washington Mutual used to be number 1 in the States. Banco Popular was number 4. They went and took up some of the business. Colonial Bank on the deposit side was taken over by the FDIC and is now BB&T. On the financials, the bank reported a loss of $125 million on quarter 3 of this year as compared to $668.5 million on the same quarter last year. These numbers indicate that while there's improvement, there's still signs of a deepening recession. The bottom line is that businesses are not doing as much activity. They don't have as much activity as they used to. Net interest yield has improved on quarter 3 as compared to quarter 2 of this same year. The bank has actually effectively achieved to lend at a higher rate than they borrow their funds. This is mainly due because the credit department is tightening their criteria. They have restructured some of their staff in order to meet the current demands. To raise deposits, Banco Popular actually started a nationwide campaign to place their money market rates on local newspapers. Actually, here in Florida, we had an ad running for about 4 months in the Herald, which compared the rates to another banks. This was an effort to bring core deposit, which is the most solid and stable type of deposit a bank would like to have. As for cutting costs and operations, Banco Popular is planning on terminating their contract with Metavante, which is their process server, the company that manages all the check clearing for the bank, and contract Evertech, which is actually owned by Popular Inc., the holding company that owns everybody, Banco Popular Puerto Rico and Banco Popular North America. This will result in huge savings in the operation side as well as some extra money for operations. Thank you.